What up? What up, people? It's Divine, and I have green hair. I got green hair, and I think I'm just gonna do a life update, and I might go into the sun. It's kind of like feeling that kind of day. That's not what I was trying to say. It's feeling like that kind of day where you just go in the sun. Oh. I thought I was gonna have to move to a different spot, is why I said that. But for now, I don't think I'll have to. Hi, I'm wearing a tank top. Let me show you guys the fit. Oh, you can't even see it, bitch. This is the fit. And I'm barefoot. Hi. I look great. I can actually look great. Wow. Hi. I have green hair. Hi. And it's a very different green to, I don't know, I just feel like Mother Nature and a mermaid at the same time. So I just thought, I walked into a spider web. I just want to say that as well. I walked into a spider web, so that's something. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna just give y'all a little update on my life and whatever. So I left Saint at home. That's my cat, if you don't know. I left Saint at home in my room. I put food, water, everything. I'm just still adjusting to leaving him on his own. I've only done that once before, and I know that cats are very independent, but it's because he's 5 months. And I moved him from a different environment. Like, I got him from a different owner. He was given to me. Like, I don't believe in pets. I believe he's very conscious. It was just that the last time I left him alone, it wasn't planned, and I left my bedroom door open, and then he just found other places to hide. I thought leaving the door open would make him more familiar. Like, I thought it would be better if he could explore the place on his own, but I think I have to go at his pace, which is slow, and I have no problem with that. So I just left him in my room because he's the most comfortable in there, and I want him to get used to being on his own, me going out and coming back. It's a bit different when he was in a house of like loads of other cats and like other people, in and out, but it's just me and my mom and obviously my friends that come over to see him. But he's actually my son. Like, I'm not, saying that as a joke or anything. Like, he's actually my son. And I've wanted a black cat for a long time. Like, I didn't even know why I wanted a black cat. I thought I wanted a dog at first, and then this black cat thing was just pressing on me for like over a year, and I finally gave in. I would have had a cat for a year if I gave in at that time, but in another reality I did give in at that time. But in this one, I had a cat now, and that's what it is. And having him there has changed me emotionally. Got me crying a lot more. And we do have like our off days, but I know that he loves me, and sometimes I just have a fear that like he doesn't know that I love him, but I hope that he knows that. I think that's because he's not verbal, like sometimes you just want to hear someone say I love you, but you can't hear a cat say I love you. Like, they show you in the way that they act towards around you. And I left the door open yesterday because it was just me and him at home, and he could have been in any room, and he chose to stay with me for the night. Like, sometimes he meows and I open the door so he can just like go and explore when it's like 3-4 a.m. Because remember, guys, I used to wake up at 3-4 a.m, but I haven't been doing that for a long time, and I need to get back into that because I feel like that was the time I was meant to get the cat. Like, I want to do shrooms at 3-4 a.m. Like, I want to do an all-nighter maybe, and then lock him in my room with me and just do shrooms and see what he has to tell me. If his name is Saint, like, I want this being to talk to me, but I have to get on his level. So I did this really funny thing where I was like, I'm going out with an empty bag and I'm coming back with like a full bag. I don't know what I'm coming back with, but I'm coming back with something. I ain't coming back empty-handed. And like, it was interesting because I realized that my bag was never empty. Like, the amount of times I've used this bag to go out and to come here, I'm saying, and it's had paints and books and clothes and, you know, so many memories in this bag. And it's like, bro, you think that you can't have abundance, but you already have it. Like, I said that I'm not going back empty-handed, but I didn't leave empty-handed either. I don't have any ganja today, or I didn't have it before this moment. Just because I don't physically have it doesn't mean I don't have it. That's another thing I'm understanding. Like, same thing with money. But sometimes when I'm at home, like, I'm in my own head, and having Saint there, he kind of like reminds me, I don't know, like, he reminds me that like money is not how I'm gonna provide for you. Like, I didn't pay for him. Like, he was given to me. He chose me and I chose him. I don't believe in pets. Like, he is a conscious being just in an animal. And like, I've done shrooms a few times. I did shrooms with him in the room, so he understands me a bit deeper. I feel like he knows me, but I need to know him. I have to choose to know him. He can be a pet for me, or he can be somebody that actually like helps me on my journey. Like, I know that is Jesus in an animal. I'm just saying. I say that to him all the time. I know it's you, but I'm like, do you know that it's you? Because like, even I didn't know that I was God at a time. You know what I mean? So it's like, maybe he doesn't know that he's God, and like, the more that I just remind him and just pull out that version of him, the more we'll ascend when we do shrooms and stuff. Like, I want to record YouTube videos like showing you like the progressive trip. You get it? Right from when I didn't eat them, to when I'm eating them, to when I'm smoking, to when I'm bonding with my cat and all the other things under the sun. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want you guys to have like an authentic person to watch. I'm sorry. And I don't need to be sorry, because the more you authentically watch me, the more you'll authentically watch yourselves. You know, you'll just start filtering out a lot of things in your life, if I'm being honest. And I'm not going to be here for long. Like, this isn't going to be one of those long ass talks, but because I want to go home and I want him to get used to being on my own, like being on his own, sorry. I've been gone for maybe about 20 minutes, so give it another 10 minutes or another 20, and then I'll come back, and then I'll open the door and let him roam around. I just want to see how being on his own makes him feel. But I know he's a kitten, and I was gonna get a full-time job. Like, I realized how stupid I was. Like, you know, even like mothers, you know, they say that they have to work full-time for their children, but the revelations that I've had from beyond the veil is like, no, you don't. If it's coming out of me, whatever I need to provide for that child is coming out of me as well. So even the cat food I know is processed, so it's like, I know the same way that I need to wean myself off meat is the same way he needs to wean himself off cat food. Like, we're evolving together, and I tell him that all the time. And I don't think he's stupid. Like, he knows cat food. All food is processed, if we're being real. But that doesn't mean now we have to stop eating. It mean, you know, we gotta eat something. But I think I don't know when I started this fast, but I just haven't been eating a lot. And I think that's why the energy is so much more. I had a banana today though, and I drank some water. I don't know if I'm gonna eat. I'm just gonna keep it light. Yogurts, fruits. Keep it very light, and a lot of water. If I could just juice, I would juice. I want to juice, and I want to do shrooms in this very spot alone, and I want to do shrooms with Bliss. I want to do shrooms with a few people. I kind of realized what I want to do, and I want to do shrooms with people, like, you know, people that haven't ever done shrooms before. I want to do shrooms with them for the first time. Like, I want their first time to be with me. Like, if I could choose who I would do shrooms with, like back in the day, like if I was another person, I would choose me. I would be like, mate, I want to do shrooms with you. You sound like you know what you're doing. And it's not that I know what I'm doing, it's just that I'm confident in who I am, and I'm okay not knowing what I'm doing. There's a beauty that comes with not knowing what you're doing, and I try not to have everything figured out because there's no point. Do you guys like the ankh? And I got a necklace as well. Yeah, so there's a lot that's been happening in my life, and I haven't updated you guys with all of it, but I am going to in due time. I just wanted to come out here and do this video, if I'm being honest. Like, there was just something that was pulling me outside, and I think, well, obviously it was me, just a different me, and there's a reason why I did this video. So I guess we're gonna find out. No, I said I'm not going home empty-handed. I said I'm gonna get shrooms, I'm gonna smoke. I'm not even gonna have to pay for the amount of shrooms that I get. I'm not even gonna have to like do too much. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I fully have permission from the other me's to birth what I want. Like, it feels like everybody's looking at me and thinking like, what do I want? So sometimes, you know, a day has gone by and I've just been like, my mind has like different filing cabinets, and it's like very organized. So I've been just like looking and seeing, like, there's some cabinets that have got locks on them, there's some that need codes, there's some that can't be opened yet. Like, it's all different. And whichever one was open today was in like Brazilian Portuguese, so like I wasn't really understanding too tough. I just meant all those other versions of me that speak languages, like, they have things to say, and I need to put that on my wall. But as of right now, I need to just hang things up on my wall. I think that's what I'm gonna do when I go home. I just need to hang things up on my wall because I've seen it come to life. Do you know what I mean? Like, you'd think that I would be faster in putting up my wall, considering how much I've seen it work before. And you know, it was so fun making that video of like packing with no destination, because like, this is the destination. It's just me. It's just me going back to me finding me helping me. We're all just one, as much as we don't like to admit that. But humanity is like the ground where we get to like be fully delusional. Like, you kind of, that's why we love it here, because it's like, how can you forget that you're God in what you created? Do you know how crazy that is? Like, so there's a certain beauty to it that I was seeing from a human perspective. I hate it. I'm like, why am I forgetting my trips? Why am I forgetting all of the poetry? Why am I forgetting the YouTube videos? Why am I forgetting who I am? I'm divine, you know? But it's like, that's what being a human being is, you know, forgetfulness. And you can choose to remember. Like, you have to choose to remember. Like, nobody's gonna force you. It's why all of that history is getting erased time and time again. We got to choose to remember, and nobody's going to tell us. It's all within. And you know, like, even I was watching this TikTok about black people, like, they season food really well because during slave times they wouldn't get the best meat. Like, the slave owners would give them the worst meat, and then to savor the meat they would add loads and loads of seasoning. And it was interesting how it was just interesting to me, because I wouldn't eat meat if it's not like properly seasoned. Like, it's all about the taste and stuff. But when you have the meat just itself, like meat just itself, like, let's take steak for example. Like, I cook my steak, you know, I didn't like seeing the pink inside. What does that mean? I don't like being reminded that what I'm eating is an animal. And that's some, I was gonna say that's animalistic, but that is some cannibal type. Like, I don't even, what do you call it when you eat other people? You know what I mean. That is some, like, even I recorded a YouTube video, right? Like, I think it was like 6Gs with my girlfriend or something like that. I think it was one of those, when we were by the lake, and I was explaining to her how ridiculous it is. That was the revelation I had. How ridiculous it is that, like, I would say, I remember saying, like, you go into the shop and you see all of these animals, you know, you've got one chicken leg over here, you've got a pack of chicken legs, that's 4 different chickens in one thing, right? And they're frozen, you know, they're refrigerated. Like, you've got bacon over here from a pig, you've got steak over here, you've got like cow milk in the next aisle. Like, you've got all these different meats in one section. It's like, how many animals are in this one section? But we draw the line at humans, though. Like, we wouldn't have human meat up there. We wouldn't have, and that's in real life. I'm not gonna lie. You know, there are places where you can go and buy human body parts. Let's be for real, okay? We don't know everything in this world. And as much as I'm very much love and light, you don't know that I was birthed in darkness. Divine was birthed in darkness. I have seen how dark it can get, and I choose not to focus on it. Because what does it do? Like, it just makes me more anxious. You know, it's you start thinking, oh, the world's gone to shit. Like, that's not true. There's a balance to everything. And even when it feels like it's getting too bad, there's gonna be a time where it gets too good. But the balance is that good and bad, like, coexist. People are getting bombed right now, and I'm here doing a YouTube video. Right now, somebody just died from a bomb. Right now, somebody just got a call that they lost their grandma. And here I am making a YouTube video. That was when I realized. And do you know what else pushed me to go outside? Well, who is that guy that's about to get executed in 5 days for a crime he didn't commit? Marshall Williams. It's because I didn't want to say the name wrong, but I know his last name is Williams. I think it's Marshall Williams. But I know it starts with an M. I was looking at it. Oh, it's bugging me now. I really want to look now. Okay, I had a look. It's Marcellus. It's Marcellus Williams. Marcellus Williams has... he's on death row. He's another black person, just like me. He is me. So there's another version of me that's on death row that has served time in jail for 24 years and is about to get executed in 5 days. You know, for him, he's probably like ready. He's probably embraced death. But I just know that he's gonna go to another reality where he isn't in a prison for 24 years. Do you know what I mean? You don't suffer like that to suffer again, because then you're just choosing. We suffer as a lesson. But with what the programming has done is made us believe that suffering is normal and it's just meant to happen. You're just meant to die. You're just meant to get executed for things you didn't do. That was what made me go outside, and I started having like these revelations from past lives and stuff. I've been killed so many times. I've been killed so many times. To the point where I used to have dreams of my mom killing me. But she never ever fully did it. She was always just trying. She was always just trying to chase me, trying to kill me, trying to hurt me, but she never actually... I don't remember ever actually seeing her do it, like... Because if I died in my dream state, I'd just go somewhere... Like, that's why you wake up as soon as you die, because, like, you died there, but you're alive here, because your consciousness is shifting all the time. Like, we can't die. You die in one reality, you're birthed in another. That's why there's infinite ones, because it just keeps going. Why do you think you have a nightmare and you just wake up? Always my mom would try and get me. She's about to get me, and then I just wake up. Whether she killed me after that, I don't know, but I've watched everything everywhere all at once, so I freed myself from that. There's probably a version of me that's been trying to kill her for all that she's done. So I've just cut my mom some slack, and I have another video to make about the emotionally unavailable parent. I've just been waiting for the perfect time. That's what I've been doing, guys. I've been waiting. I know it sounds insane. Bitch, get a job. Nope. I'm a plant. Plants don't work. Even like having Saint just made me realize, bro, like, I will never see you if I work. And that's what my mom's doing. And I'm so grateful for her for working full time so that I don't have to. But it's that mentality. I really thought it's so like embedded into me that even now, a year later, next month, I've recorded this in September 2024, and obviously whenever you watch it, it's a different time, but October 2024 will be a year since I've worked a job, because I quit the week of my birthday. I had the urge to quit for a long time, I just didn't. So it's even like now I have this urge to not get a job, but I still keep applying. Do you see how quickly I'm forgetting? Do you see how quick it is to forget in this game? You forget your dreams as soon as you wake up. Bro, I literally had to force myself to make a voice note today. And I think it was because my cat was there. I'm not being funny. He actually reminded me, because the last thing that happened was I even told him a few days ago, like, I want you in my dreams. Bang, what does he do? He's in my dreams. It was in an alternate reality in my house. It was Bliss and my other friend. But this was like the guy that I, properly, like, I actually really loved him when I was like 16. So, but we're really good friends now. Like, I feel like one day I'm gonna travel with him. Like, so seeing him and Bliss get along so well, I was like, what? So it was kind of like telling me, like, your worlds are gonna merge, just not yet. Like, stop trying to force Bliss into this one and your friends into Bliss. Like, I keep trying to show you guys, like, I don't know, but I feel the most authentic when I'm doing videos like this. And I have to allow myself to record with people and to not record with people, to record with my cat and not to record with my cat. Like, I need to give myself the freedom to not know and to just do, to just be. Because even in this year, which has been the greatest year of my life, now that, like, I'm in a relationship, all I'm thinking about is I need to get a job so I can provide for her. But I literally said that no matter what job I get, I don't care if I'm getting like 500k a year, it's still not enough for the lifestyle I want. It's not enough. The house that I want is 5 mil. The real house that I want, that's not in London, it's 5 mil. The house that I want to buy right now is like 300k. Like, be for real. I'm not talking about let me jump to a 5 million house. I'm saying that the house that I want is 300k. Am I gonna make 300k on a full-time job? No. And you'd think that I would have known that already. I've written poetry about it. I've had a wall about dreams and ambitions, and still I still fall to this illusion of needing money, or that money isn't already there. Like, if I have a desire for something, it cannot just be up in the air. Like, I can't just say I want a 5 million house and that's it. Like, babes, there's a way to get there. Are you willing to get there though? Do you know what that means? Like, you have to surrender to a plan that you didn't make, because your plan was to work for the next 5 years and then buy a house. We're trying to buy you a house today. We're trying to show you that you already have a house. Just pick the house, and when you see the numbers, you're not intimidated by it. So the second to last time I did shrooms, I was telling my girlfriend about how I want this house and I want us to live in this house, and not once did she ever say like, that was the most aligned thing I had ever said. It was the most authentic thing I had ever said. And I feel like me getting a job is just going back on everything that I've done this year. I feel like I'm neglecting myself. Like, I feel like I'm going back. And that's what the last shroom trip was like. I watched ourselves go back. We said we're going to go plant-based, and then the next day we were eating chicken. And I had the cheek to get a salad. Yeah, I had the cheek to get a chicken salad. And then you know what they did? They even separated out the salad from the chicken. So I could have made the decision to say, hey, I'm not going to eat this chicken. I'm just going to eat the salad. What did I do? I start cutting up the chicken and putting it in the salad. And then as soon as I started eating it, it doesn't mean that the chicken doesn't taste good. It's because I have too much knowledge now, bro. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I have too much now. I know too much. Like, the fact that this animal was tortured just for it to come in my mouth. And then even on shrooms, it made me realize, like, we know that animals, like, it goes from like farms and then it's processed. There's even lab processed meat or lab made meat. You know what I mean? Meat made in the lab. And then some of us would say that's a better option than killing the animals. But then you're just choosing to kill yourself instead of killing the animals. How about we don't kill anybody? I mean, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I did kill a spider last week. I made my mom do it, actually. So we're going to get over... That's something that I need to unpack as well, that spider thing. That's why I said I'm going to get a tattoo of a spider to get over that fear. Because it's not real. Fear is not real. The whole money thing, not real. And I don't know, like, even being with him sometimes, like being with Saint, my cat, like, I'm just like, bro, what am I doing? Like, I'm not stupid. I deleted Indeed, you know. I was just like, bro, like, you are my reminder. You are my reminder that I could never provide for you with whatever way I'm trying to do it. So I said, show me a different way. And I remember him saying as clear as day, like, let's do YouTube videos together. But I feel like my cat don't even know that he's saying it. It's the same thing with me. Like, sometimes you don't know what you're saying until you say it. So I think I have to allow him to blossom and become. So yeah, it's just a lot. I feel like a mermaid right now. So, and I feel like I got everything that I needed here. Just relax, like, just breathe. You know, I was like, all my days, like, I don't have any weed. I was like, well, babes, why don't you? Like, think about how you want to receive it. And it's not even about how you receive it, but it's like, anyways, it's not about how I receive it. I just meant, how do I say it? Like, for me, if I just hear the word abundance, then I just have to flow in whatever that is. Like, abundance to me doesn't look like not working for a year. Oh, what the hell? I'm gone. Oh, hell no. Yo, a bee just flew into my face. I can't, like, wrapped it up for me. That bee. And this is what I'm saying, like, yeah, cool, you know, nature. But there's a part of me that is still uncomfortable with bugs, and I'm still learning to be one with those things again. I feel like I've been disconnected for a long time, and I need to allow myself to reconnect. That's why I said I need to allow myself to not know. But it's been 30 minutes, so I think I'm gonna go back and see my babes. I want to see how he's getting on, because tomorrow I'm gonna go out for a few more hours than this. So I'm gonna go smoke with my friend tomorrow. And you know how I'm saying that? Like, I'm not saying that because it's like planned and I've got the resources. Oh my gosh, I can see a squirrel. I'm saying that if I set an intention for something, it's gonna happen. I've seen it happen. It's different if I've never seen it happen. Like, now I've seen it happen, and you guys are even seeing my manifestations come to life. And it's kind of like, I remember even watching some of my old YouTube videos when I was saying that I need to let go of trying to be with a man and understand that it's man or woman. And then what happened? Did I know that she was coming? Subconsciously I did, but consciously I didn't know. Subconsciously I know I have money, but consciously I need to remind myself. Sometimes I need to go out into nature and remind myself who I am, because it's like something wants me to forget. And you know, I'll find out in time what that is. I just meant it's time to choose to remember now. I don't know if that will be the title of this video or it will be embedded in another one. I'm not sure, but we have to choose to remember now. Like, it's getting a bit ridiculous being told my history and it's false. Being told to worship a God and, like, I am God. You know, it's like, how long will I be fed lies? That's what it kind of is like for me. Realizing that fruit grows from the ground, and like, all I want to do, like, is that really so bad to have to experience people, to help people experience tripping for the first time with me? Like, is that so bad to imagine me sitting here with different gods, and we chose to forget that we planned this and let it all work out, let it all play out. We're sitting here doing shrooms. They're like, mate, you know, I've met so many people that are like, I just saw you on TikTok and I just had to follow you. Like, I'm like, so there's something in me that is pulling them. So even me too, I need to pull that out of me. And maybe I just needed Saint to pull that out of me. that mother nature, really. Because he knows that I'm in nature. He can feel me. So he's not as scared. I think it's just me assuming that if I leave him on his own, I'm abandoning him, when actually I'm molding him. Because I told him where I was going and how long I was going for. Before, I didn't really do that. You would think you don't need to do that for an animal, but my cat is conscious. And I will not treat that cat like some stupid thing, because I wouldn't want to be treated that way. That was the other reason why I wanted to go plant-based, because I was like, I just don't like the fact that we have to kill animals to get crispy chicken. Like, do you know the process from chicken, a live hen, to chicken wings, jerk chicken wings, barbecue chicken wings, crispy, double fried? Like, there's no issue. Shout out to the ones that eat meat. Can you not understand? I just told you I was eating meat last week. It's embedded in me. My culture, Kenyan, nyama choma, you kill the goat, and I watched the goat be killed in front of me when I used to go to Kenya. It was tradition. But I think I need to start a new tradition. And as crazy as that sounds, I haven't really been eating too much, it just feels like I'm getting ready for something new, like, something about a fruit salad. Aish! One time, I think it was last week, I made a fruit salad with Simona, and we ate it after we smoked. Jesus Christ. I was like, I've never felt like this after a meal. And I've eaten fruit salads before, but that one was different. I was like, I don't get like this. I don't feel this way when I'm eating chicken. When I'm eating Wingstop, I get tired and I want to go straight to sleep. This one was giving me energy. Like, I'm like, I need to go out and do something. Like, I feel good. And I was like, is food meant to make you feel good? I was like, bro, I want to eat food that makes me feel good. And if I have to not eat things that are dead, because meat is dead food, and then you cook it up to make it well done, you cook it up so there's no more red, and we don't like looking at the veins, and then just don't eat the live thing then. Like, this thing was once alive just like us. It was breathing. And then when you're eating the Big Mac or you're eating Raisin Canes, do you know what? I thought like it was bad that I had never tried Chick-fil-A or any of the American chains. But maybe when I go there, I'm just not meant to try those things, because I watch mukbangs of people eating those things. So I don't really feel like I need to. I can imagine how good it tastes. Five Guys and all that. Bro, especially when I was smoking, I would munch into that food. You know what I'm talking about, munchies. But now it's a different kind of munchies. Like, now when I smoke, I just want to go straight to writing. I'm like, bro, where's the fruit? Where's the mango? I need some juice. Like, I feel like I need to do juicing for a while. I'm going to do juicing for a while, and I want to normalize talking about what you want to do, even if your reality tells you can't do it. I do not care what your bank account is telling you. I am telling you to just speak it out. That's the revelation that Bliss gave me, to just speak it. Like, speaking is the portal. And I said, oh, really? Oh, really? Because I can talk for days. Okay. So I don't know how the abundance is coming. I don't know where the ganja is coming from, where the shrooms is coming from to do it with those other gods, to do it with you other gods. Like, if you want to do shrooms with me, like, please let me know. Like, let's make some intentions. Let's stop worrying about what the bank account says. We are gods. If we want to do shrooms together, we're going to do shrooms together. That's what my girlfriend taught me. Like, she doesn't even know how much she taught me. Like, boy. When I say I feel like I can do anything with her, mate. Like, we've had some rough patches, but, compared to, like, other people's rough patches, like, it ain't rough. Do you know what I mean? It's just rough for us because we feel so much. Like, she's getting upset because we don't spend enough time together. Like, that's actually a really beautiful reason to be upset. Even, like, don't you think, like, that's a really beautiful reason to be upset? I want to spend more time with you. That's really beautiful. It's not like you're cheating and I saw you with her and you're going out with this one, but you're not going out with, all of that noise. Oh, I'm talking to this one instead of you. Like, whenever we have a disagreement, I'm like, okay, I'm like, okay, I still choose her. Let me see what else I'm gonna do like for her. I'm like, let me write some poetry about her. Let me write something that I'm gonna read to her later. Like, let me write something in my notes that I'm gonna send to her7later. We had an argument, and I went to go look for the house that I'm talking about, the 300k house. I went to go look for it. Not us having an argument. It wasn't an argument. And then I went to go look for the house. I was like, this is the healthiest argument I've ever had. You know, before, you know, you would be worried that a man is going to see another woman like when he's not with you or some shit. It was not like, I'm not saying now that we don't have options and like we can't go for other people. That's not what I'm saying. We're beautiful women, like we're always gonna have options. My point is though, like, I've just never felt more secure. So it's like, when we're not talking, I don't feel that immediate need to like talk to anyone else. It's like, okay, well, I'm gonna focus on me now. I'm like, oh damn, like there's a few things I haven't done. I haven't uploaded a YouTube video in a minute, and you guys can kind of see I haven't really been uploading as frequent, which isn't good because I don't have forever. I don't have every day, and the now is all I have, and I have to post. So now I choose to remember. I choose to watch my own videos even if I think they're cringe. I choose to watch my own smoke and talks to remind myself, if I had weed then, I'm gonna have weed now, and I'm gonna have weed tomorrow. If I look back on videos of me and Bliss and I'm like, damn, like imagine if I didn't record that. Like there's just so many videos I'm like, imagine if I never hit record. Imagine if you never press play. Like, nah man, there's some things we've got to change, and the change is coming from within. So there's this guy that I listen to. His name is Nana Kwame, and he is my father, or I don't know who he is. I don't know who Nana Kwame is, but when I found him, when I found him, I was like, damn, like you've been saying all the things that I've been feeling. And I'm gonna put him in the description. I'm gonna put one of the videos so that you go and watch that. I just need to be more grateful, is what I'm saying. There was a time where I wanted to delete the first video that I uploaded, and the first video is called I didn't think I'd be alive today. So I'm going with that energy again. I didn't think I'd be alive today, but I did. Another me did. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm sitting here. I didn't think I was gonna be sitting here doing this YouTube video, but I just had a little thought, you know, let me go outside for a little bit, you know. And it's great. And I know that my cat can feel me in nature. He knows that this is good for me because I'm always out in nature. When I didn't have him, I was always out like every day. That's why you guys were getting so many videos from me, so much content, because I was a free spirit. But I still am. Like, I feel like I just needed to break that barrier of thinking that a child is like a limitation, or, you know, what do you call it, a hindrance. That's it. But it's just the way that the world has designed having children, that the woman should stop working. I'm just saying that, listen, like if you have a child and then you got to do maternity leave and all that stuff, like it's because you're not meant, like I'm fully like, how can you work for something that you just birthed? Wasn't the work in the birthing? Wasn't the work in the pregnancy? And now you want to work again. And then we feel so bad when we're out of the loop of things, you know, when the woman kind of, even when she goes back to work afterwards. I was even seeing that in Desperate Housewives. You know, she quits her job and then it's just completely different, you know. That's housewife now. That's never meant to be our portion. We were always meant to be free spirits. We're just meant to be going, healing the world. That's what women are. You're just meant to be helped everywhere. Like, it's just meant to, you know, like, I don't know what it is. Like, I just feel like, bro, like, how can I be in this scarcity and think that this is normal? This is not normal. I am a god. I don't go through this shit. No. I've never been more sure of it than I have right now. And if I was smoking right now, it would even be more like intense. Like, yo, like, this isn't meant to be, you're not meant to be comfortable with what you see in your bank account. You're meant to be like affirming, by the way, like, I know you're not even meant to have a bank account. Like, everything is just meant to flow. Like, everybody has needs, but the problem is that, like, you try and get this need And somebody else is trying to get that need as well. If you actually just sat down and thought about your needs, you've got separate needs, but then there's one person that is going to link you to getting what you need. Like, we are all the need for somebody else. Whatever you need is fulfilled in a person. Whatever you need. And that person is also you. You think that these trees aren't people, you think that animals aren't people, but if we reincarnate into a chicken and your lifespan is less than 2 months because you were killed to be eaten for 5 seconds by a fat cunt who didn't even say gratitude for eating this, that is me. Sometimes, even my mom would be like, oh, like, why are you eating without saying grace? Like, now it's not about saying grace. Now it's more about thank you. I'm just like so thankful for a meal. Like, no matter what it is, even if it has meat on it. But I'm just not going to act like meat isn't poison for me anymore. Meat is poison for me. And every time I look at a steak sizzling, I'm just like, this was an animal. Like, before, when I wasn't thinking about it, it was like, oh, steak. But then I said, I wouldn't like it if somebody just chopped my arm and let it hang in Walmart. I was going to say Aldi, but I wanted to go American and say Walmart. $6.99 for one, $6.99 for the other. And like, it's processed because it's like the meat is clean, fam. Do you know what I mean? Like, the meat is clean. Like, that meat was not clean when you were cutting the animals and that. If you cut yourself now, it's not clean, is it? You gotta, what do animals go through? And that's why my girlfriend had that revelation that as long as we're nice to animals, we've won the lottery. As long as we're nice, we've done everything we need. I was like, mate, if I get a full-time job right now, I'm not being nice to Saint. And it's okay if nobody understands that. Even my girlfriend don't really understand it. Of course you're not going to understand it. I need to sound crazy for it to work. Are you alright? That's how you know I'm a god. Yeah, I can't make sense to you. I can't even make sense to me. I can't even make sense to me. 3 days ago, I was looking at jobs on Indeed. Here I am telling you, oh wait, shit. I've just remembered I don't need one. I've just remembered that my job is Saint. And I have to have a life outside of Saint. Because soon he's going to have a life outside of me. We're not going to be together forever. Soon he's going to leave. And he's going to be one with nature. I don't even know if he is even real. All I know is that he's here for me right now. And I feel like that happened because I was about to get a job. And the only way for me to stay at home was to have this fucking cat. I'm telling you. The only way for me to stay was to do that. Otherwise, I would have just been working like a dog day and night. You would have gotten way less videos from me. I know people do both, but I'm saying that I am in a position where I don't have to do both. Do you understand? So even when it feels like I can't travel and all of that, and well, even when I was working, I couldn't travel because I was sending money here and there, pay this bill and that bill. I've got to pay my phone, and bro, I wasn't traveling anyway. I don't want to go back to that. And like, my girlfriend was like, listen, like, can you hurry up and blow, please? I'm like, mate, if I was getting executed in 5 days, what would I do? I wouldn't wait for money to go outside. There are people in jail doing time for things that they didn't do. How many of us have done time mentally for things we didn't do? Crippling ourselves before we've even started. Oh, I can't start the YouTube channel. I need a tripod and I need this. Like, don't you want to watch yourself grow? So you're just telling that little you every day when you say tomorrow, oh, okay, no time for us today. Okay, all right. And then she keeps backing up. He or she keeps backing up until they don't trust you no more. That's how my cat felt when I left him alone. Because my mum came home before me, and then from that day he's been chilling in her room a lot. I now put him in mine, but like, I just meant I would go in there and talk to him in there, and then we'd come out together and he'd explore. He's very active now. Like, he plays with things, he climbs, he bites sometimes, but I do be telling him like, yo, I stop playing with him after he does that so that he knows, because he's a kitten. So it's great to get these things in now, and I realized I'm in the best position. If I go to work right now, he's just gonna, no, That's why I'm so hyper independent, because I was left alone as a child for too long. I'm not doing that to him. I think that's why he's here, to show me what happened. So I don't think he's even going in my mom's room to piss me off, or he's hiding. I think there's something in there. Maybe a conversation we need to have, or I need to do shrooms in there again with him. Maybe we need to do it in my room and hers. Maybe we need to do it in every room in the house. One of these days I'm gonna do shrooms and just take a shower, man. Like, I don't know what it is about water. My friend can't stand water when he's on shrooms though, which is crazy. But for me, all I want to do is I want to be naked when I'm on shrooms. I'm not being funny. Like, I'm like, bro, why am I even wearing clothes? Like, it's just like this reset. It's like, yo, what am I doing? Like, shrooms, that's kind of how shrooms feels like this. Now, that's why I said I'm gonna record a video for you guys, and over time, you know, over the next year, I want to host retreats where people who have never done shrooms before, they can come wherever, whatever spot the universe aligns. If I could pick one, it would be in Africa. It would be in Africa or Latin America, but I have a very strong urge to do shrooms in the motherland. You know, a retreat there with people who have never tripped before, and then a retreat for experienced trippers like me that do like the 7 grams, like above 5. They like the hero doses. I like intense trips. I love it. It's very intense, but it's just the type of intense that I need. But it's because of, you know, the lifestyle that I've had, that I need and I can handle intense trips like that, like 10 grams. I would absolutely do 10 grams. But yeah, the last strain that me and my girlfriend took was yak. Is it called yak? Yeah. And best trip I've ever had. By the end of it, I was talking to my mum, mate. Like, we were bonding over the cat, and Bliss could see it all, but I don't think she remembers it too much. I just meant not everybody needs to know I'm on shrooms. I just need to do my life on shrooms. Like, there's gonna be some videos when, you know, it starts flowing, like, you're not even gonna know if I'm on shrooms or not. It's just consciousness. It's not the same person that you see in every video. Very different people that have very different things to say. And that's why sometimes you're like, oh my god, you said everything I'm feeling. Yeah, because you didn't say it, and now it's been brought to me to say it. If I don't say it, somebody else will. If you don't say it, I will. And you know what I mean? It's a circle. The circle never ends. The cycle never ends, and I choose to remember today. So yeah, this is one of my favorite videos so far, and I'm so happy I went outside. I just meant who I am and who I'm called to be requires an amount of money that I can't work for. I can't work to do retreats by next year. I cannot work to buy a £300,000 house. I cannot work to sustain a plant-based diet. I can't work and do content full time. I just can't. And I'm in a position where I don't have to. Even though everyone's subconsciously thinking, obviously, even my mom, like, oh my god, like, so you ain't gonna get a job now that you got a cat? She's not gonna say that, but it's like, I'm gonna show you that I've been having a job. Now I'm finally allowing myself to get paid for it in ways that are beyond money. We have to choose to remember who we are. We are forgetting who we are, guys. We're forgetting who we are. I'm being, like, I feel like crying about it. Marcellus Williams, set to be executed in 5 days. He's just another name in the sea of black people that they've done this to, but every time I see a new name, I'm like, could have been mine. And really, it is mine. I am Marcellus Williams. My dad's name is William. Could have been my dad. am not separate from people who are on death row. I am not separate from homeless people, even though the home is within. They only feel homeless because they're trying to go up through the corporate ladder. They lock parks at night, so you can't even sleep on the ground that was meant to be slept on. We don't like it when flies come into our rooms because we've created windows where nobody can come in, unless we choose to. I've lost touch, man. But I'm also about to gain so much because I'm aware of just how much I've lost. Just how many meals I have yet to eat that are gonna revive me for all the meaty meals that I ate when I didn't know. I never fucked with animals dying for me to eat. I never fucked with it. But like, obviously it's different. Like fish, I still fuck with fish. But even that, like, I feel like it will be breaks. You know, maybe on occasion I'll eat meat if I really feel to. But right now, I'm just gonna have to be okay with saying no. And if there's no options around me, you know, if my mom cooks with chicken and meat and all that, then there's another way for me to eat, and I have to allow myself to show me what that is. And if I gotta eat like this on a YouTube so that I can eat in real life, this is the spiritual food. Forget the physical. You need that spiritual food, because you can eat physical food all you like. I've met people like that, eating physical food day and night. Bro, I used to know this guy like ate like a dog day and night. Especially, and it didn't help because he smokes all the time as well, so he's just buying shit food over and over again. There was even times like, there was one time we bought Popeyes and we both were sick the next day, and we're blaming Popeyes. Oh, I'm not saying that it wasn't bad. I'm just saying, like, your body don't even want to eat this meat, bro. How many times are you gonna understand? How many times are we gonna have to tell you through a vomit, we don't like this? Or when you eat some chicken and you're after 2 bites, I'm full. I'm not full. My body's just like, yeah, we done. No, this isn't what I was craving. But when it comes to fruit, pomegranates, mangoes, banana, papaya, all that, oh my God. Pineapple. When I think about having a farm in the motherland, ain't no 40-hour work week gonna get me that. I need to start talking about that farm, so I meet people that have farms, so I meet someone with it's all in the people. The real wealth is people. I have that in my TikTok bio, and I don't think I'm ever gonna remove it. The real wealth is people. I can have all the money I want and no connections to spend it. Fuck that. My friend texted me and he was like, when I blow, I'm gonna sort you out. He didn't need to say that. I was like, boy, it's a given. When I blow, I'm gonna sort you out. Like, not us both saying, like, listen, we going up together. Make sure you got friends that you going up with. Boy, all of y'all coming up with me. You wouldn't think that I have 50 something subscribers. You'd think I have 50K, because I do. But I just need to allow myself to see. I need to allow myself to wake up one day and see so many notifications I can't even scroll. And what do? I still reply to them all, because I would want someone with that amount to reply to me. I would want someone like me to reply to me. And I don't want people just watching me all the time. Like, I actually want friends. Like, sorry, I'm not a celebrity, mate. I want friends. And I'm going to allow myself to have them, even if I grew up independent and I thought that I don't need any, and I spent a lot of time alone. I'm going to value that time that I had alone and understand, especially with Saint, that there's a lot of times where I'm not going to be alone. And it doesn't mean that I'm not alone. It just means I'm now aware that we are all one. And I have to allow myself to see that. I have to allow myself to make connections that I never thought I could make. So, because really I did think about it. just not me. I didn't think about it, another me thought about it. And just like this video, and every video, another me thought about it, and another me is recording, and another me will post it, and another me will watch it time and time again. And that other me watching it is also you. If you like me, I am a reflection of you. I'm just you. And maybe you've not done shrooms to realize that. You're probably thinking, girl, we're not the same person. Like, you don't even know me. Like, exactly. And I have 50 subscribers. And you're here. So is it that I don't know you, or you just won't accept that I know you beyond a physical face? I've met you in the astral realms. We've probably talked in our dreams before, we just don't remember. That's why I said we have to choose to remember. It's not probably, we have. I could only dream about doing things like this before. Green hair as well, like it's even given a bit of blue. So it's like, is she by the water? Is she in nature? Who knows? But I really, like, I stopped planning what to do with my hair a long time ago. The day before I did shrooms, like, I just gave it to God, which was just giving it to another me. I was just giving it to divine. So I think I'm gonna have blonde eyebrows though, but I'm so happy I did green so that I know. But I just think that lighter eyebrows works for me. It just works for me. So yeah, obviously I did say that this was going to be a 30-minute video, but you see, when divine wants to speak, she wants to speak. And a lot of us are going to start meeting in real life. I just have a different type of drive, and it's not about your income and, oh well, I live here and we can't meet. Like, let's just drop all of that and trust that we planned all of this before we got here, all of this wickedness and stuff. And if I'm here, you know, I'm not in jail. It's a different kind of jail, you know, especially with money. It's a different kind of jail. It's like now online, right? Because you think you can't go outside without money, right? So I had to break that today. Because I'm alive. I can go out whenever I like. Not whenever I like. I've got a kid now. But I need to have a life outside of that kid. Just like my girlfriend, so I can't wait to see him grow into a cat and just be on his own. I feel like one day this guy's gonna fly out my window. Like, I'm not being funny. That's why I said I don't think Saint knows who he is. But the more that I bring out, I know who you are, it's the more, yeah, it's like, even, yeah, the more somebody sees me as divine, like, the more, like, I can be divine. Because I'm now exploring myself. You're right, like, I do be talking facts, you know? That's my cue to leave. So I hope this video helped you so much, because I'm telling you, this helped me in a way I didn't know I needed to be helped. That's what this season is for me, especially because my birthday is next month, October, a year after, you know, just a year after no suicidal thoughts and all that. How is it being a year later? What has life after death been like for me? And it's been great. This is what life after death is like. So I'm gonna cut myself some slack, because I wasn't thinking like this a year ago. And my subconscious has really been purged in some different ways, and Jesus helped me do it. And now he's like, don't hold on to religion now. Become me. Become you, because we're the same person. I was like, oh, okay. I'm gonna learn more about you outside of any other book. I'm gonna learn more about Jesus than just being me than I ever would in church. And that's how it's been. If I did I might do that, like a review of my life so far, because I didn't have social media for the first, you know, couple months. From like October to like May, I didn't really have social media. So I had a lot of time to make mistakes and just grow without anybody judging. Like, I've been able to fuck up so many times. And that's why I was trying to tell my girlfriend, like, I don't come from this beautiful background. Like, you know, me and my mom, like, we have a different relationship because I've seen her at I've seen her at her worst, but I don't know if she's seen me at mine. She's seen me when I've been the lowest, but at my worst is when I was, you know, in my room wishing to die, like when I'm about to go to sleep and like praying to God so that I don't wake up the next day. And I'd still wake up and I'd have this amazing dream and I would cry instead of seeing that that was my higher self. That's why I don't like sharing too much, because you might perceive it as a threat. Oh, what do you mean you can't work? What do you mean that we're not meant to work? I have work tomorrow. Like, I don't need you to feel bad about having work tomorrow. That is who you are. I'm sharing my perspective so that you open up and think, maybe I don't want to work until I'm 40. And maybe you're over 40. Maybe I don't want to work until I'm 80. And maybe you're 80. Maybe I don't want to work until I'm 100. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I don't want to constantly wait for a paycheck. It felt safe knowing that there's always more coming next month. But what about knowing that there is more every hour of every day? The more is now. The more is here. The more is present. The more is me. What about that reality? So I choose to remember who I am and step into that one. This is the Divine Reframe, and I ate. Bye. I took so many TikToks to write about now, and I feel really content, so I think I'm done. Help! So I'm gonna go back now.